The initial call for service came in at 9:29 a.m. to 310 Richardson Way, which is this property right behind me. Deputies in the area responded in just under 2 minutes. So we had 4 deputies that were very nearby from our tactical unit, fugitive apprehension unit, and patrol. These are just deputies that happen to be nearby. So they happen to be the first deputies on scene. The 911 call that came in alleged that there was an armed burglary in progress. So what we believe right now is, do you want to wait for that vehicle to drive by? So we're going to start that over. The 911 call was received at 9:29 a.m. and what was reported was an armed burglary in progress. What we believe is the homeowner was the 911 caller. Now, it's hard to tell from here, but there's a property and then right behind it, there's an additional parcel or part to that property, which is like an efficiency apartment, but it's all part of one property. The complainant, who is the homeowner, was in the efficiency apartment and he was sleeping. Okay, this is what we are being told. He was sleeping at the time that the suspect entered into this efficiency apartment that's quite small, and the suspect brandished a machete. Okay, I saw a photo of the machete. It is longer than my forearm. Okay, so this is a very, very large machete. The suspect comes into the home, into the efficiency apartment with a machete, and he begins sharpening it with a baseball bat. So at this point, the suspect has 2 weapons in his hands. The complainant, the homeowner, dials 911 and then flees from the residence. As I mentioned, deputies get here within about 2 minutes. The suspect is still inside the efficiency apartment. At that point, all of our deputies make entrance into that apartment. The suspect advances towards our deputies with that machete, okay? What I can tell you is one of my deputies was struck with the machete on his hand. I saw a photo of the injuries. He's currently at the hospital and he's being seen by a hand surgeon. He's getting ready to go into surgery. I pray to God he doesn't lose his fingers or his hand. I can tell you it's not life-threatening, but they are critical injuries. So as that machete makes contact with that deputy, 2 of our responding deputies fire their weapons. Okay, they fire their weapons, the suspect falls to the ground, and as is standard in most of these situations, my deputies immediately begin rendering aid to that suspect on the ground. Rescue is called, CPR is attempted. Unfortunately, the suspect perished. At this point, we still have not identified who this suspect is. I can tell you we believe he is a white male. Based on kind of the photos and the evidence we have right there, that's all I know. What I also know is that my deputy is undergoing surgery right now, and we just pray to God he's going to be okay. The other 2 deputies who responded appear uninjured. As is standard in officer-involved shootings, we will interview them. They've been taken back to headquarters. We will interview them over the next few days to kind of put all the pieces together, but we wanted to do our best to paint this picture for you. I also feel pretty confident, based on initial investigation, that the complainant, the homeowner, does not know this suspect. So they have no prior relationship. We're still working to get witness statements, but I don't think that they know one another. So I don't know the elements that led up to this. I don't really have any more specifics. Any day that our deputies have to fire their weapon is not a good day. It's not a good day at all. So we're grateful for the community that has already offered their prayers for our deputies. Thank God, like I said, they are okay. One is going to be in surgery. And unfortunately, this was just a bad ending to a really bad situation. With that, I'll take any questions to the best of my ability. I'll try to answer. As I understand it, the homeowner is okay. He actually fled from the residence after he dialed 911.
What can you tell us about the suspect? I know you can't know much now, but what can you tell us? Has there reports in this area, prowlers or anything like that?
Yeah, so I don't want to speculate, but detectives right now around me are talking to neighbors and other witnesses, and we're getting statements, and some statements early on have indicated that people have seen this guy in the neighborhood, but that is all I know.
Can you talk about that little apartment again? I think I got a little confused when that truck went by. Now, was the homeowner in that apartment or was he in the basement?
Yeah, based on the 911 call, the homeowner reported he was sleeping in that efficiency apartment. Now, I don't want to speculate, but I see on the main property there's some work being done, so I'm not sure. He may have been staying in that efficiency apartment because he was sleeping in there. Detectives told me that they walked in there, and it's an efficiency apartment. There's a little kitchen, there's a bed, etc. That homeowner reported that he was sleeping when the suspect came in there. That's what I know right now.